studio. I posted the link on my stories if anybody wants to watch the podcast live. Hey guys, and welcome to It's a King Thing with Miss Ray. And I'm Ray, of course. So, what y'all been up to? I know y'all ain't seen my face in a minute. Hey, how are you? My nails ain't done. I know. Yeah, I know. Let's talk about it because I feel some type of way today. I had a note here that I wanted to remember to say exactly what he said, but I don't know what I did with the other phone. So I just had it, but I don't know what I did with it. All these computers and cameras and things. Y'all know it's a lot. Anyway, basically, DL Hughley said, if you, sorry guys, if you are now coming out talking about you knew something or you saw something but you didn't do anything, you're not a witness, you're an accomplice. Let me say it again. He said, if you're coming out now in 2024 about some things you've seen in 2022, 2014, 2010, or any other year, you're not a witness, you're an accomplice. Boom. And I totally agree with him. You guys sat there and watched all the foul shenanigans that went on, and you did absolutely nothing. You did nothing. You did nothing. Some of you sat there and was literally in the vicinity and could have did something, and you did nothing. You need your ass whooped. If you sat there and watched him punk a woman, especially a woman, if you sat there and watched him punk a woman, you need your ass whooped. I said what I said. I don't care. How you gonna sit there and watch it happen and then now want to come and say, "Oh, I knew," or "I saw," but you did nothing? So you are an accomplice. You're just as culpable as that person that did it. Whether it was Diddy, whether it was one of his security guards, whomever it was, whether it was Russell, Weinstein, whoever you sat there and watched commit these horrible acts, you're just as guilty. And I said what I said. I don't care what you think about me or my opinion. Get off my timeline, get off my website, get off my podcast. And I said what I said. If you sat there and you watched, you sat there and you did nothing, you sat there and turned a blind eye because he paid your check, or I signed an NDA. An NDA has nothing to do with you stopping him. An NDA has to do with you telling information. It's called a non-disclosure agreement. Nowhere in it does it say that you're supposed to sit there and watch somebody brutally assault somebody else and you do absolutely nothing. That means you up BAN. See, I'm trying not to curse so much because sometimes y'all be making me want to say things. But at the end of the day, if you sat there and you watched him assault her verbally or physically, hell, if you watched him verbally assault a man or physically assault a man or a boy, you still need your ass whooped. Because like he said, you're not a witness, you're an accomplice. You're just as guilty, in case you know what that meant. I said what I said. I don't understand how anybody could sit there and watch somebody be assaulted physically, sexually, because that's part of physically, in case you didn't know, verbally, and do nothing. And now 10, 20, 30 years later, you want to say, "Oh, I saw. Oh, I saw." You saw. So you saw and you did nothing. That doesn't make you special. That makes you a punk. That makes you a punk, a gutter snipe, and anything else you want to call yourself. Because I can think of a whole list of names to call you. BAN is one of my favorite ones. DL. We like that name, don't we? You are the lowest of the low. You one of the people in school that you were seeing a little nerd get beat up and you kept walking like you didn't see nothing. You're one of those kind of people that throws rocks and hides your hand. You're one of those kind of people. The kind of people that you seen him pull a gun on that person. Oh, I didn't see anything. But 20 years from now, oh, I saw him pull that gun on her and she would. Don't tell what you saw now, because when you should have been telling, you said nothing, you was a mute. But now you want to be special. Oh, I saw, and you want to write a tell-all book. You writing a tell-all book should get you beat up and sued. But the statute of limitations has expired unless they go back and change the law like they did for R. Kelly. Now, you know that's possible, right? They did it for him. They might just turn around and do it for Diddy. Y'all wasn't thinking about that, huh? And while you're sitting here writing these tell-all books, if they go back, excuse me, and get Diddy, they're going to come for you too because you're an accomplice. They'll offer you a wonderful deal so that you'll tell, because as you can tell, you ain't got no balls. So you're going to sit there and tell because you a buster. You a buster. You a BAN. What you going to do? I ain't one of them. I like to fight. So, I mean, what you going to do? I stand 10 toes down every day, all day. Shout out to all the black men that I know, and the white ones too, that don't turn blind eyes and cheeks because they don't want to be involved. Or there was a NDA. That's y'all's favorite name now, NDA. Well, I had an NDA. I couldn't say nothing. You didn't have to say anything, but your ass could have did something. You could have pulled him off of her. You could have took her to safety. You could have hid her. You could have called the damn police. You could have done something. But yet you did nothing. But now you want to write a book and make money off of her abuse. Let me say it again. Let me make sure I said that correctly. You did nothing, but now you want to write a tell-all book and make money off of her abuse. Oh, yes, I said that right the first time. It sits even worse on my stomach now. You got some damn nerve. You got some nerve. Why on earth do you think it's okay for you to make any type of monetary gain off of her abuse that you witnessed and did nothing about? You did nothing. Absolutely, unequivocally nothing. But now you got the epiphany and you want to write a book? You want to get on all these different shows and talk about what you knew? I want to know where's her brothers, her uncles, her daddies, anybody that was bad enough and bold enough. Did they not know? Because I don't understand. Because if my brothers found out I was getting abused, shout out to my brothers, they would come for y'all. And it wouldn't be pretty. Whether I told them or not. I distinctly remember one time I had got into it with somebody and I didn't tell my brother. I don't know what made him pull up in the city I was in because he didn't even live where I lived. And he said, let's go eat. And I was like, no, I don't feel good. But he must have had brother's intuition because that nigga was like, pull up over here or I'm coming to where you at. And I was like, ooh. So I put some sunglasses on, right? Had these big old dark Coach glasses. And I went to the restaurant and I sat across from him because if I sat next to him, he might have saw that my face was swollen. Baby, I was sitting there and I was kind of talking and I was kind of turned to the side a little bit so he couldn't really see, but he could see me. And I don't know, but that Negro reached across that table and snatched them glasses off my face for whatever reason. And he said, what the hell happened? And I was like, well, what had happened was, and he was like, all I want to know is, where is the person that you was fighting? And I was like, well, I couldn't come up with a lie fast enough. I don't lie. So I don't lie good in the first place. So I just was like, listen, we had a fight. It is what it is. He was like, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Baby, that dude let me have it. He was like, don't you ever fight nobody again. And don't you ever. And I was like, but I'm big enough to fight. I'm grown. Yeah, okay. I didn't say that no more to him. Believe that. And I know that my brothers would come for me. And whoever wanted to fight or did fight me would be an issue and in a situation that they didn't want to be in. So I want to know, where's her brothers, her uncles, her daddies, her cousins, anybody that had her back. Where were they? Everybody couldn't have been scared of it. The nigga can't fight. Oh God, we just whoosah. And that's why you ever notice out of all of these victims, they're all girls or women. I don't see him fight not now man. Not a one. Because he can't fight. He's probably just scary. So he picks on the littlest people that he can punk because he is a punk. And that's why, allegedly, he had to use his power of giving you a record deal or money or whatever to be able to have relations with you, allegedly. Because he know if he tried to buck up to any one of them and take what he wanted, they would take his head off at the clavicle. So he wasn't going to try that. I would love to ask Whack 100 if, Diddy ever came on to him, because I heard Whack tell a story about how he came on to, I believe it was Christopher Williams. No. I take it back. That was somebody else told the story about Christopher Williams, I believe. But it was Monica's boyfriend now, her new boyfriend. He used to be the manager. I think it was Usher. And he came on to Usher and the little guy, the manager, let him have it and was like, I don't even play them kind of games, Playboy. Like I said, so he uses people that he could manipulate and punk, because he is a punk. I swear I heard a story about him. Yeah, it was Gene Deal who told the story about Christopher Williams. And he was like, Christopher don't play them kind of games. He always had a gun on him, and he played no games. I said, see, it just seems like he always came after them soft ones, the ones that he can manipulate to give him what he wanted. Or the young boys. We should go back. Let's go back. I need now. See, y'all gonna make me go do some investigating. The ages of the Ushers and the Justin Biebers, and if any of it's true, that's SA, underage, and some more things. I mean, if they did it for R. Kelly, why not do it for Diddy? I'm just asking for a friend, because they wouldn't change the whole law to get R. Kelly. Why not change it for Diddy? I'm just asking for a friend. And the Clive Davises, because allegedly Clive is deep into it too. I'm just saying allegedly, because that's allegedly what they're saying. If anybody knows, do tell, because I would love to know. But I need the receipts. I can't just hear the hearsay. I need some receipts. Because, Jason Lee, that's my dude. He be getting them people on there and they be spilling their guts. And I'd be like, ooh, y'all dishing some stuff over there and drinking a whole lot of hot tea. And I be watching with my water like, what you say, child? Was it true? Was it not true? Do tell. I have an issue with bullies and people that abuse people to get what they want. I have an issue deep down in my spirit. Like the first time you would have hit me and I had to take it because I couldn't get out or whatever, baby, I would have cooked you breakfast in the morning. Honey, what's wrong? Oh, I'm making breakfast, baby. Some hot grits with a lot of butter and honey. Nice and creamy. Just, Baby, what's for breakfast? Oh, grits and eggs and good crispy bacon. And I'd have served his ass up them grits so tough, honey, he'd have thought he was Al Green. Ooh, do y'all remember the Al Green story? I'm just saying. He wouldn't have hit no more, at least not me. Because after I served him up, I'd have got gone. Forever. And forever. Just saying. I look at how little she is. She has to be about my size. Because I'm like 5'2". And I know she's smaller than me, especially at that time. But he ain't tall either with his I want to be sexy behind. He ain't sexy at all. He is not sexy at all. And he just frustrates me so bad. It's like, why? I looked at that video. I didn't realize he was so tall. He's 5'10". He's taller than I thought he was. He still ain't cute. And he's still even uglier now, especially after I saw him do that to that girl. Like, she was cowering on the floor like a child hiding from their parent about to get a whooping. Like, what person not even they right mind, what human being could do that to somebody? I watched her. First of all, the fact that he chased her down the hallway in a towel let you know that there was something wrong with that fool. He didn't even put no shorts on, no flip-flops on, nothing. He just ran down the hall in a towel. Because it looked like she was trying to ease out while he was in the shower. And she must have made a noise or whatever, or didn't know how to get out the door quietly. And that's what happened. And he came after her like he did. And he caught her and he had her on that floor. And then he stomped her like, I just, like you just want to go stomp his ass for stomping her. I said what I said. Anyway. And everybody that watched and knew, security that did nothing, security that filmed the tape and gave it to him or whomever they gave it to, all of y'all need your ass whooped. All of y'all, at the very least, need to be arrested. At the very least, need to be arrested. Because you did nothing to help that little girl. You know, you did nothing. You did nothing. And if it was your sister or mother or daughter or best friend, how would you feel? How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? How would you feel? Let's see. How tall is Cassie? 5'6". So she's 3 inches taller than me. Now what I say is 5'10", 5'11". That's a big difference. And then she's a little petite, cute little thing. And again, I want to know where her siblings was. She's got her parents. I just want to know, does she have siblings? Like, it really breaks my heart that she cowered on the floor the way she did on that video. And they tried to hide it. Hell, it was hidden. Because I believe they said this happened in 2016, if I remember correctly. Y'all know I'm old. Don't judge me. You know, and it was hidden for so long, but now it's out. It's out and it's disgusting. And the security of that hotel, whoever was on duty that day, whoever did nothing that day, I hope they're fired now. And if they weren't fired, they should be fired now, because they probably thought it had, been swept under the rug so good it would never come out. See, that's what you think. Everything you do in the dark always comes to the light. And this is what I tell people.
Breaking news in the entertainment world.
This is what I tell people. Whatever you do in the dark will always come to the light. So be careful. Be careful. Because I don't know what possessed him to do what he did to her and all the other victims that are now coming out. Whether they're true or not, I don't know. And I don't have a heaven or a hell to put him in. However, that is true, that's coming to the light, I hope they put him somewhere. Or all of them that he abused, he should let all of them just get in a room with him and they should just all beat his whole tail. Because see, what I hear is he would do things, and when somebody might want to hit him back or get back at him, security would jump in. That means you're a punk. You're a buster. You're a mark, as we used to say back in the day. Yeah, I wish you would. Oh, I wish you would. I wish you might. I wish you'd think about it. Because, honey, when I tell you I would fix your ass so tough, I would fix you so tough. Because I was raised by a psychopath. My daddy was one of them daddies that he would hide weapons throughout the house. That's a trait that you should know. Never go to your door, and you wouldn't expect the company with a gun in your hand, locked and loaded, ready to go. See, I had one of them kind of daddies. The daddies that I keep a knife in my bra because he said don't never get caught slipping. I had one of them kind of daddies. You understand what I'm saying? I had one of them kind of daddies that taught you how to shoot at the age of 7. just in case somebody came in the house and you was home alone. Them kind of daddies. I was the only girl, all the more retarded brothers, and I had one of them kind of daddies that you hit, you gonna get hit back. Don't think because you're a girl you can hit whoever you want to hit. So when I hit a nigga, I'm expecting to get hit back. Trust me when I tell you. You better ask my ex-husband. Just saying. Don't hit and think I'm not finna hit you back. I promise you I am. We finna tear the whole house up. Period. I don't play the hit game. I don't play the touch game. Keep your hands to yourself. I keep my hands to myself. And we can go on and have a wonderful life. But if you touch, I bet you won't touch again. It'll be your first and last touch. I hate that all these women wasn't raised by the daddy that I was raised back, or someone in their life that taught them how to fight, how to stand your ground, or how to make great grits, whichever you needed to do. I hate that didn't happen for them. But you know what? It's never too late. All women should not live in fear. Not even women, men, children should not. Well, some children need to fear because these kids are a little disrespectful. But you know what I mean. Like, I need you to understand, with every action is a reaction. With every truth is a consequence. So when you do something, be prepared for the consequences. Mr. Pascal, Charlotte Street Elementary, Room 25. I will assume responsibility for my actions. Every single thing I do, I am with it. I am ready to stand for the consequences that come along with it. The things that I say on this podcast, I'm ready with the heat that come along with it. And there'd be some that decide they want to clap back, and I'd be like, ooh, really? Today I'm going to sit in this house all day, and I'm going to respond to you because you wanted to talk to me. I do one of those numbers. And I tell you, oh, today I'm going to make time just for you. So be careful. If you don't like what I said, feel free to go on. Feel free to say something. However, do not think that you can say anything that you want to me because I'm on social media, or you see me on TV or in any movies or anything like that, and you think that you can say whatever you want to me and I'm not going to say something back. Trust and believe I am, because I'm halfway between nuck if you buck and praise is what I do. So be careful how you approach me. I said what I said, and I mean what I say. I don't throw a rock and hide my hand. If I don't like you, I don't like you. It's no secret. I'm not going to run around and tell everybody I don't like you. No, I'm not going to do that. But you will know I don't like you. You will know we don't rock. So please don't walk up to me and, hey, knowing that we don't rock. I don't do phony. I don't do it. Don't do it. This little girl had her butt beat on more than one occasion, and all of y'all stood around and did absolutely nothing. You did nothing. I heard Gene Deal say one day Diddy and his mama was in a limousine, and Diddy was talking sideways slick to his mama, and Gene Deal was like, nigga, who you talking to? Don't you ever talk to your mother like that? And checked him about his mother, as he should have. Because that's what grown men do. Grown men check you when you're wrong. Grown women check you when you're wrong. We don't turn the other cheek. We don't act like we didn't hear and then turn around and want to write a book about it and make some money off of the abuse. Are you crazy? Y'all need y'all ass whooped. I said what I said. Y'all need y'all ass whooped. Every one of y'all that's coming out now talking about I knew this and I knew that and you did nothing. You need your ass whooped. I said what I said. I said what I said. So at the end of the day, all of y'all trying to have a come up off of Cassie and her abuse or anybody else's abuse that's now coming out, you need your ass whooped. You dead ass wrong. Because if it was your sister, your mother, your cousin, your best friend, or anybody that you care about, I would hope that somebody would come for your family member. I would hope that you would come for your family member. And I say that with a side eye because you might just be a buster ass punk and you can't fight, and that's okay. But don't act like you didn't see nothing, or don't be upset with somebody to protect yours. Hell, you didn't protect your own. You said nothing. You did nothing. I watched that video and it made me sick to my stomach. Sick to my stomach. And now everybody got something to say. Y'all didn't have shit to say when it was going on. Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Because you're just a damn accomplice. You're just as guilty as the person who hit her. Or raped her. Or what are the other words they're using? Essayed and whatever other little words you're trying to use to be on the internet without it meaning anything. Because at the end of the day, whatever abuse she took mentally and physically, she will never be the same. Never. She will never be the same. My heart breaks for her because she had nobody to come to her defense. Now, one of his kids' moms, I think it was the first one, and she said watching that video triggered her. Again, another victim who will never be the same. Kim Porter, only God knows what happened to her. Only God knows what happened to her. And I really do hope that they open up or they reopen her case and really investigate what happened to her to make sure what they said happened was what really happened. Because now I don't trust none of y'all. Well, I never did in the first place, but I'm just saying, I don't trust that the documentation is accurate, that the tests were really ran, that anything that they said was what it was. I feel bad for her kids that now have to relive this. Not only are they reliving watching their daddy do what he did to, excuse me, watching their daddy do what he did to Cassie. But now all the other things that are coming out about their dad. These aren't little people. Well, he got one little person, so she won't really know. But the twins and the other girl, they're old enough to know. The boys are definitely old enough to know. And it seems like allegedly 2 of the boys, one more than the other, got his own legal troubles with these situations behind their daddy. Y'all better stop turning these other cheeks and get these kids in check, along with these grown-ass men who think money can do anything. Because you're going to run up on the right one on the right day and get your feelings hurt and your skull twisted. Now, y'all can say what y'all want to say about Death Row and Suge and all of that, but let me tell you one thing. Them Negroes played no games when it came to me, and I am grateful. I'm grateful to Suge and Russ and Neckbone and Calvin and Danny Boy and David and all of them, Rage, all of them that kept me safe at Death Row. I thank you. Rest in peace to my girl, Jewel. I thank you. I was able to come out unscathed, unmarked, no backlash, no nothing, because I didn't know nothing, didn't see nothing, except for the aftermath of bullet holes and stuff like that. I'm grateful that God kept this dummy right here. You hear me? And on that note, you accomplices, I'm going to say good night. Thank you for watching It's a King Thing. Here's some rays from Ray. Woo! See you next time.